Hello, my name is Saniia Toktogazieva, and I'm an assistant professor of the Law Division in American University of Central Asia. Just like many universities throughout the world, due to COVID-19 pandemic, AUCA also shifted all its courses to online teaching. In this video, I would like to share my own experience of online teaching in AUCA in the context of one specific course, namely Constitutional Law of the Kyrgyz Republic. Before fully starting my classes online, I personally had different concerns and anxiety, and most importantly, on quality assurance. I have asked a question of how to make sure that my students, given the circumstances we have, will be able to meet all learning outcomes and objectives of the course that we have defined at the beginning of the semester. I have sat down, reviewed the course syllabus and the course modules through the prism of the concept called understanding by design, or in other words, backward design. This is the design where instructors are encouraged to design their courses and classes backward-looking rather than forward-looking. Namely, under this concept, professors take the biggest idea or the desired result as a starting point and based on that, design the entire class. Thus, I have rethought again, what is the most important idea or the desired result that I want my students to take away from my course? And based on that, I have redesigned the rest of the course to be adjusted for online teaching. In AUCA, we use the platform called eCourse or the Moodle, which is the primary source of communication with among our students and faculty. This is the eCourse page of my course, Constitutional Law of the Kyrgyz Republic. So once I have readjusted the course and the assessments and written assignments, I have informed students here, letting them know what has been changed to the syllabus. Every course module is designed this way by the class name, where I post the reading materials beforehand, giving students specific instructions on how to do the reading and what exactly to pay attention to. So the students come to classes, to the online classes, most importantly, prepared, and we discuss them together during the class. So generally, my courses, especially now, the online courses consist of three important parts. The first part, it's the introduction, where I introduce students with a detailed lesson plan of what we are going to do together. And the lesson plan I share with them in the Word document, where we then fill out the document together according to the lesson plan. The second part of my course is something what I call the body of the online class, where we have the essence or the discussion together with me and with the students. And the discussions, they fully revolve around the course materials that they were supposed to read beforehand. And the last part, of course, is the summary or the conclusion. Now I would like to share with you some elements of each of the course components that I have shared with you just now. So the first part, the introduction of the lesson plan.
So this is the lesson plan for today's class. We will first talk about brief overview of human rights, the generations, because essentially before all those rights have been reflected in the constitutions throughout the world, they first historically appeared, right, as the generation of rights, leading up to the adoption of Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which pretty much has been reflected in many constitutions in the world. After that, we will talk about the constitutional framework of the rights protection in the Kyrgyz Republic. How does it regulate it? What specific articles regulate what constitutes the constitutional framework? Then we will particularly talk about limitation of constitutional rights, and the test of proportionality, which is the main test that is applied when we talk about the limitation of constitutional rights. Okay, guys, so let's start with the brief overview of the human rights, or something called generations.
Second part, it's the body or the discussion with the students. What exactly what was missing in the Article 12? What exactly?
Like how to overcome this immunity?
Very good. What exactly? What do you mean by overcome?
Like преодоление вот иммунитета.
Okay.
То есть he cannot be like вообще типа, he cannot be prosecuted.
Okay.
And like his immunity is to spread to his possessions as well, yes?
What?
Like the immunity of ex-president used to like spread on the possessions of the president as well.
Yes, but it's the normal practice that ex-presidents enjoy the immunity. But what was the problem? Irmek is right, it is something to do that they could not overcome. So which means the Article 12 did not contain mechanism of what? Of what?
Mechanism of calling the president to the liability.
President or ex-president?
Ex-president.
Ex-president, good stuff. So let me give you a question, guys. If Soronbay Jeenbekov commits a crime, serious crime, can Jogarku Kenyash hold him accountable?
Yes, through the impeachment.
Very good stuff. So which means for a sitting president, we have a mechanism of lifting the immunity. Even though he's a sitting president, yes, he enjoys the immunity, but there is a procedure available. And the name of this procedure is impeachment. But interestingly, in Article 12, and generally in all these law and guarantees of ex-president, there was no such procedure or mechanism available to whom? To
Ex-president.
Ex-president. And this, in the opinion of Nurbek Toktokunov, creates an absolute immunity for the ex-president, which is not acceptable. This is the key thing. So which means the law does not provide any mechanism of lifting the immunity of ex-president. So this, in Nurbek Toktokunov's opinion, creates an absolute immunity. Absolutely means what? That the immunity cannot be lifted and you cannot hold person accountable. And he believes this is wrong because even sitting presidents, his immunity can be lifted, but for an ex-president, we don't have such a mechanism. And Nurbek Toktokunov believes that this provision of Article 12 contradicts to which article of the Constitution? Okay, Erkin?
Article 16.
Erkin? Erkin, do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so to which article of the Constitution does it contradict, in Toktokunov's opinion?
Well, it's contradicts the Article 16.
Okay, and Article 16.
Part 3, yes.
Okay, and what is this article about of the Constitution?
It's article about the rights and freedoms of every person in Kyrgyz Republic that gives the everyone is equal in the face of law.
Principle of what?
Of equality.
Equality before what?
Before the law, for the
And?
court.
And court, good. So, Nurbek Toktoganov believes that Article 12 of the law guarantees contradicts to Article 16.3 of the Constitution, which is about equality of everyone, equality before the law and courts. So this principle guarantees that everyone is equal before the law, irrespective of the status, irrespective of any gender and religion and etc. No one can be above the law and above the courts. But Nurbek Toktoganov believes that by providing an absolute immunity for ex-presidents, without even having a mechanism of lifting or overcoming this immunity, creates an absolute immunity for an ex-president, putting him into a super privileged position. And this, in his opinion, contradicts Article 16.3 of the Constitution, which proclaims that everyone in Kyrgyz Republic is equal before the law. Okay? Good. So then let's formulate the issue. All right. So Susa, could you please formulate me the issue based on the facts that we have described above?
Yes, whether the Article 16 of the law on that guarantees of the president contradicts the Article 16 of the Constitution.
Is it Article 16 of the law?
Of the law of the Constitution.
No. You said Article 16 of the law on guarantees. Is it Article 16?
Article 12.
Okay, good. So the issue would be whether Article 12 of the law on guarantees of the president contradicts to Article 16.3 of the Constitution of the Kyrgyz Republic. So this is the main issue that has been raised before the Constitutional Chamber. Now, and finally, the conclusion and the summary.
Okay, guys, questions about proportionality. Is it clear? So by following the same logic, you will be writing down your written assignments, claiming, for instance, again, guys, it's an individual work, it's not group work. Each one of you will be writing an application down. For instance, if you are in the group of applicants, you will be arguing that the law adopted by Jogorku Kengesh is what? Unconstitutional limitation, that it does not pass the proportionality test. If you are representing respondent, to есть Jogorku Kengesh, you will be saying it is proportionate, and it is lawful constitutional limitation. So as you can see, like next class, we will continue with other cases generally, but this is a very important topic, guys, because at the end of the day, as you can see, every single law in the Kyrgyz Republic, it's all about limitation of constitutional rights, either way or the other. And the most important thing, that any limitation must pass the proportionality test. Okay.
As you have noticed throughout the class, we fill out together the board notes. I type into the Word document, and at the end of the class, I upload this board notes on the e-course, so that students later will be able to consult to them while they will be preparing for their final examinations. So this was my own experience of online teaching in AUCA. I hope you found it helpful. And I would like to encourage all students and professors that despite the fact that we are going online fully teaching, there are still online teaching creates a great opportunities that we haven't thought about it before. And if we design our courses concentrating on the quality assurance, we still will be able to provide our students a well quality classes. Thank you very much. Goodbye.